A couple had dozens of children, and built a closed-off school just for them. The mother took care of the kids day in and day out. The father taught them everything they knew. No child was allowed to leave the school grounds. They weren't even allowed near the fence. Anyone who broke the rules was sent to the reflection room for punishment. But among all the children, Henschel stood out. He was quiet, didn't really connect with others, and was bored with the dull, repetitive life at school. Only Greta shared his interests and stayed by his side. One night, they drew on the hallway walls without permission. But this time, they weren't sent to the reflection room. Since they kept breaking rules without remorse, mother and father decided they had to spend a night in the forest, and weren't allowed back inside the fence until dawn. Father reminded them, "Remember what you've learned in class. This is part of growing up." With Greta cheering him on, Henschel found the courage to step into the woods. Deep in the forest, they discovered a small cottage. On the table inside were beautifully made sweets, as if prepared just for them. Greta dug in immediately, but Henschel stayed cautious and curious. Then suddenly, a witch had appeared in the cottage. She was generous and kind, let them stay the night, and even offered them hot tea. It was a taste they had never known. "It's called hot cocoa," she said with a smile. They felt a little embarrassed. There was still so much they didn't know about the outside world. "We learn a lot at our school," they said proudly. "That's important," the witch said. "But there are other things out there too, like the edge of the world." Henschel immediately argued, "The world is a giant sphere. It can't have an edge." But the witch insisted, "I've seen it with my own eyes. Next time a ball flies over the fence at your school, follow it. That's where the edge is." Before she vanished, she gave them each a beautiful piece of candy. The next morning, they left the cottage quietly, deciding to keep the witch and the edge of the world a secret from their parents. But to find out if it was real, Henschel and Greta started watching the school field every day. Finally, a ball flew over the fence. With Greta's encouragement, Henschel ran. Ignoring his mother's warning, he dashed right past the fence. He chased the ball with all his might, and then he saw it. The ball slammed into an invisible wall and bounced back. Henschel froze. The witch was right. The world did have an edge. Then his mother caught up and stopped him from going any further.
ヘンゼル、あなたは何かを見ましたか？
何かって何ですか？
見ていなければよいのです。早く戻りましょう。
For breaking the rules, Henschel was punished, banished to the forest again. Greta refused to let him go alone and joined him. They went back to the cottage. Henschel was full of questions. Why had his parents never told them the world had an edge? He needed to know the truth. The witch said, "No matter what people tell you or do, the truth is something you have to see for yourself." She told him, "When you go back, start by noticing the things that don't quite fit." And before she left, she gave Henschel even more candy.